Alrighty, I got my beer. I'm ready for some brewing.
Nice, nice. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Örebro Brygghus, here we are. Welcome to a new episode of Bona Life. Today I want to show you how we brew our own lager beer here at Örebro Brygghus. What was your plan when I told you I want a beer for Bonnatösen?
I remember when we talked about it, I was like, when it was a Friday and I went home and I was like, what am I gonna do? There's a lot of time in lager, and but I already have pale ales and people prefer lager, just because they like to chug it, I guess. My thoughts obviously went to USA because of your theme and everything. What do they do with their lager? Historically, they used corn as part of the grist. And that gives the beer a very special flavor and mouthfeel and everything. And it also makes it a bit lighter in the flavor and the body of the beer than if you use only barley, which is more like historically correct in Europe style beers.
Nice, let's go.
We're gonna start over here in the brew house by mashing in. That means we're gonna mix our grains with hot water. When I give you the sign, you start the mill first and then open the hatch.
Look, the corn! This is what makes our beer unique, right? I'm the master.
So the first step, mashing in. That's what we did. So that's how it looks now. Bit cloudy.
So what's the next step, mate? Are we tapping this shit out the tank or what?
Hooking this up to be able to drain the liquid from the mash, and that liquid is called wort.
Wort?
Yeah, in Swedish wort.
Wort?
Wort.
Oh, okay.
In German, Würze. The liquid in here has now gotten sweet by all those enzymes. Okay. Breaking down the carbohydrates into soluble sugars. Here we need the sugar so the yeast can produce alcohol and CO2. So this is the first wort, it's called, and so it's, I wouldn't say it's clear, but it's, remember how it looked when we just did the mashing, it was very cloudy and gooey. After a while we're gonna take tests using iodine, make sure that there are no carbohydrates left, no immediate darkness. So now we know we can start transferring our wort into the copper. Switch from recirculating back to pump it into the copper. And then I wrote down the mash temperature. And at the same time we're gonna sparge the mash. The sugar content in this wort is too high for our beer. And that water will drain through the grain with the right volume of wort, which is today around 700 liters. We will make sure we are at the right, we have the right level of sugar.
It's too much information. This is too many steps.
So next time you will do this by yourself.
Well. For me it feels like a very simple setup, but a very complex process. So it's like a little chemistry lab going on here, and for me it would be very hard to actually make this happen in a professional way, if you know what I mean.
And when this is done, I'm gonna connect that hose to the pump instead. So instead of going back here, we're gonna start going into the copper. Copper is the word in English for where you boil the wort.
And you do that because?
Partly because we want some substances or flavor aromas to evaporate. We want to sterilize the wort, so there's only our brewer's yeast that will be present in the final product.
Bonnatösens Lager in the making. Looks amazing.
When it comes to beer, you always want to infuse some kind of bittering agent to balance the sweetness of the beer. Since like the 14th century, hops is the number one spice to do that with. Yeah, now we're gonna measure out our hops. We start with the first addition to get balanced bitterness to the beer. So this addition will go in at the start of the boil.
And now what the hell are you doing?
I took an early sample just to make sure we are on the right way, which we are. Now we can see we're about 14.5 Plato, which translate to the sugar content basically. We have to be below 11, maybe around 10.5 when we start our boil. Just pour the hops in the kettle.
Let the boil begin!
In one ear and out the other, I just can't fake another. Baby, that's alright with you today.
At the end of the boil, we will add a different kind of hops, an American hop, since we're doing an American style beer. That will only be in the boil for about 5 minutes. After that, we will cool it down to a nice fermentation temperature, transfer it to one of our tanks.
In one ear and out the other, listen close and I hear my mother whisper that's alright as I drive away.
He's in the final process now. We have almost filled the tank over here, I guess, with the wort. He walks around very fast. It's hard to contribute when you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
This is the actual life of the product.
It's the soul.
Yes.
It looks like kebab sauce, Jönköping sauce. So God is adding the soul.
Mother Nature, maybe more. That's why there is that saying that the brewer only makes the wort, the yeast is making the beer. As I often try to make people realize is how big of an influence, how big part of the final product is thanks to the yeast. Not due to the yeast or anything like that, but thanks to the yeast. The yeast is definitely the big reason for making the beer delicious. And it's the same whether it's wine or cider or whatever.
This is what it's all about, to make the beer come to life.
It's customary that when you brew your first beer, you chug a glass of yeast to show that you become a proper brewer.
Så det blir lite starkt. I would never in my life chug this. I can tell you that. So this is the start of the life of Bonnatösens Lager then?
Exactly. And let it ferment for about 10 days. And then it has to be lagered, since it's a lager, for 8 to 10 weeks, something like that. So this one is 8 weeks into production. That means fermentation is done and it's been lagered for about 6 weeks. And then it comes out with a nice little carbonation, as you can see.
Looks fantastic.
It's very cold now, 1.6 degrees, ready to package in a couple of weeks. But
Bonnatösen, here we go. You feel the core.
you feel the chill. It's so freaking cold.
It tastes wonderful, and it's been very educational to actually see this. It was much more work than I thought it would be. Jesper has been running around like a little, I don't know, wizard around here and just do all the crazy stuff. But
cheers.
Cheers, mate.
He weighs heavy on my shoulders, like iron chains wearing me down. The naked eye he's there making his devilish sound.
Well, that process was a little bit overwhelming for me. It was too much details going on everywhere, but I hope that you actually made some sense out of it. And please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below what you think about this episode. And I hope to see you next time. Cheers!